Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paranormal Path Peeps. So today we've got Kylie Davies. How are you doing?
Hello,
It's great to speak to you finally.
and you, Jacqueline. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know. The Parafest, Parameet,
Yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah,
Parafest,
yeah,
Parafest in Skaggy. Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was a wonderful event, wasn't it?
yeah, and it's always nice there in the summer.
It was, and I've been there twice now for that, and yeah, it was just a beautiful day. It really was.
Yeah,
So I don't know if anyone's here from the US watching. If you're not watching the great show at the moment, the eclipse. So, and if you're watching afterwards, yeah, you survived the eclipse. If you're watching it on catch up, so hope everyone's okay, and I hope everyone enjoys it. We won't be able to see it in the UK, but we got ours a few years ago, didn't we?
yeah, we did.
So
Yeah,
that was good. We've experienced it. We survived. There you go. So a quick shout out. Hi, Carl. Hope you well. Hi, Nicola. Hope you well. So I always start wondering, where did the paranormal first start to you? What was your first encounter, or the first time you realised there was something else happening?
when I was a toddler, I used to have
Oh,
a couple imaginary friends that my mum realised weren't imaginary friends, and
that's
then
brilliant.
yeah, I still remember exactly what they looked like and everything today. And then when I was a teenager, my mum took me to a medium to learn how to ground myself and open and close because it was things were affecting me. And
Oh,
then, so my interest in it all spiked massively then. So we used to have weekly meets with other like-minded people, and then I decided, I think most haunted, I know everybody usually says this,
yeah.
but I think that's what spurred us all on to start investigating. And I've been doing paranormal investigations now for 22 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So,
I was 19 when I started investigating.
oh my gosh. What age were you when you first went to see a medium? Like
Um, 14.
14. And
Yeah.
was that easy to do? Because did they have
Well,
a age restriction on it, or?
no, what it was my dad's friend's wife.
Oh, okay, that's
So
cool. Yeah,
yeah, so they were friends of the family, so we knew them, and it was her that suggested it to my mum that she maybe gave me a bit of guidance and
that's
did some
handy. Yeah.
grounding work with me, and it went from there. Yeah,
Oh wow. But Kat, did your mum always like accept that this imaginary friend was
it
not your
scared my mum.
imagination?
My mum's still
Ah.
scared of it all now.
Oh
My
right.
Yeah, she's terrible. I stayed over at hers one night when my son, who's now nearly 21, was a baby. And we were talking about it all. My dad had gone to bed, and my mum was so scared she slept in the bed with me. And we weren't even doing anything. We were just talking about ghosts and things. She's
Oh bless
terrible. She's
you.
terrible.
Oh bless you. Has she experienced anything then?
Yeah, yeah. My parents' house at Billinghay, they've
Oh,
got
I've
two.
been there. Yeah.
Oh, Billinghay, yeah, where they've got the
Yeah.
fish and chip shop.
Oh wow. Okay.
Just off the old block opposite the Vauxhall garage.
Oh right, because my friends used to. My mum and dad's friends went to live there in Bingley.
Ah, yeah.
I went to a party in the village hall once.
Oh, did you?
So we've got
Yeah.
the latest 80s fashion on, and they were wearing check shirts.
Oh,
So we
that's
thought
not
kind of,
right, yeah.
so there we are, like we're townies, and we're going into this little
Yeah,
rural village, and like, oh my gosh, everyone were like staring at us, like,
yeah, I bet they
you know,
were, yeah.
it was like close on like raw skirts what we're wearing, so it's like it's talk about wearing
Brilliant.
something wrong, we were really kind of young at that age, but yeah. Oh yeah, so yeah, I do know Billing, eh?
Yeah, yeah, it's a funny little village.
Yeah, so it is mainly farming, isn't it, around there and
Yeah, it is,
everything.
yeah,
So
massive farming community, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so as arriving from the town and among people,
Bit
you
of a shock.
know, oh yeah, it was. You dressed up, which was fine for here, but yeah,
Absolutely, yeah,
it kind of
yeah.
translate very well. So that was my first fashion issue, but then I do it all the time now. I don't care. Carl always wondered why my granddad told my mum he's here for a reason. I found out big time. That's it. But Carl could see spirit and sense spirit, and
Yeah,
yeah, it's amazing. But right, so from 19, then you started your investigations. Was
Yeah.
it you? Was it friends? Was it who?
Yeah, I just decided to get a couple of bits of equipment and go out. We started off with abandoned buildings,
Right, yeah,
and a group of my friends would come along, and then we decided to set up the page on Facebook,
wow,
where we established a proper team,
yeah,
and then we started hiring out venues to investigate, and yeah, it just carried on from there.
yeah. That's brilliant. So, and your team name is
Old Haunts
Old
Paranormal.
Haunts. Hiya, hiya. So, if you want to catch Kylie, it's Old Haunts Paranormal. That's on Facebook. You also on all the other channels, Instagram, YouTube,
No,
everything. No,
no, I just use Facebook. Yeah,
just use
I'm not.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's where a lot of the community are, though. You
Yeah.
know, like I have got other social media, but I don't generally update it. But Facebook's the main one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
You know,
I think it's an era thing as well. I think
yeah.
our age group sort of goes more for Facebook
You
because
put
of course
me in your age group.
we
I'm older
remember
than you, aren't
yeah, you're not that much older than me.
I? Oh, Jackie says you're looking great. Make us proud.
Oh, thanks, Jackie.
Hey, your hair's wonderful colour. I love it.
I need to be
Yeah.
doing actually. It's gone a bit faded, but thank
Oh,
you.
wow. No, it looks really vibrant, you know, compared to like brown. But
I
yeah,
like your brown though. You were blonde last time I saw you. I prefer it brown.
yeah, I know. A lot said that. I just like being blonde for a bit because I could, and that's it, isn't it? It's
Absolutely. Yeah.
up to whatever you want, and I did, and there you go. So everyone's, oh yeah, a
Absolutely.
lot better with brown, but yeah. So you sort of went into locations. And what was your first paid for location then? First one you booked?
It was the county assembly rooms at Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
I
Is
don't
that on
think
the
they
list?
actually. Sorry.
No, it's not on the list now, is it? I've not
No,
heard
it's
of
not.
it.
It was an old guy that used to volunteer there called Patrick that used to sit up all night letting the teams come in. And he asked for a £75 donation to cancer research, bless him.
Oh wow! Oh,
That's
bless
all they
him.
wanted. But he was
Yeah.
amazing. He let us go right up in the roof and everything. I'm sure he probably wasn't meant to have let us go up there. He took us in the Masonic rooms and everything, and they're meant to be locked. He let us have. We had free run of the whole building.
What a great bloke! Yeah, and I
Yeah, but I
guess
think
somebody
he
found
definitely would
out
have
or
retired
something.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
probably.
retired.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, to get access to a building like that, because it always seems to be like the roof, you know, the attics, doesn't it, and the cellars. Why do you
Yeah.
think that? Why?
Just
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good on camera, isn't it?
Well, yeah, there's that as well. But I don't know. Everyone just like, oh, it's got an attic or it's got a cellar, and everyone
I
seems
know.
so much
Yeah.
more
I mean, to
excited by
me,
it.
the attic or the cellar are probably the least likely places to be active because
Well, you think
people
so?
didn't live in them bits, did they? They lived in the rest
No,
of the house.
that's right. So,
Yeah.
what is the draw? Because they do look grubby, and they are grubby, and you just get filthy and covered in mould and don't know what really. It
Yeah,
depends where you are.
bats flying at your head and
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've got an awesome question here. So this is from William Naylor Leyland. Thanks for joining us. So, what's the most haunted places you've been to?
Codner Castle Cottage.
Oh, what a place. What a
Amazing.
location.
It's so sad you can't go there anymore. We got such good evidence there. And the other place I'm actually returning to next weekend, I think it is, the Ancient Ram Inn.
Oh, are you? Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's one of the very few places that I felt really scared in.
Oh, interesting.
And when I left, I said, I don't think I ever want to go back in there. And then the next day I went, I want to go back. I've come out with more questions than answers. I need to go back.
Yeah,
So
I've been there. I've done
yeah.
it. Well, I haven't been to the location, but I've done that. I've had a really weird experience, like never doing this again. And then next day, wow.
Yeah, you've got to go back. Yeah, well, we captured something really interesting on camera there. There was a light that went across the window, but the window's an interior window. There's no outside.
Okay, yeah.
And I saw it with my naked eye. I was streaming live, and we were conducting the Estes method, and I was actually filming the people doing the Estes method. And in the background, I just saw it in my eye, this ball of light shoot past the window.
Wow.
So I was like, oh God, I think I've just caught that on camera. So I went running through to the room to show on camera that it can't have come from the outside, because it's not an exterior window, it's an internal window from one room to another. And because I wanted to show people that it definitely isn't a car or anything like that. And then when I reviewed the footage, it actually happened a couple of times prior to that. I just hadn't seen it. But on one of the occasions of it happening, it was a really weird blue light that went across and then streaked and comes back. And the window in question, when you go into the other room, is allegedly where the grave of the children, they allegedly dug up a child's body that had been sacrificed. And it was at that spot. That's exactly where this little window is. So that's why I desperately need to go back. I mean, we had lots of other things going on. When we first arrived, we went upstairs into what's the bishop's, they call it the bishop's room, and you're supposedly meant to knock on the door, and we didn't know that at the time. We just walked in, myself and another investigator, and in our ears we both heard somebody go shh, shh. And we were like, it was so close, and it was like, ugh. A lot of the other things that happened that evening, movements, they could be explained with the building. It was snowing, it was thick snow outside. Could be the building, contracting in the heat or whatever. I don't know, but I just can't wait to go back and see if we can capture the same evidence. That would be so compelling.
Oh, that's fantastic. I've got Lorraine. She's left a comment. So, hi, Lorraine. Hope you're well. So, Lorraine's a great medium. You've met, haven't you?
I'm friends with Lorraine, yeah.
It took me years to go back to that place. Yeah, we got the light too when we went there.
Oh, amazing. So that's really interesting to hear.
Isn't it?
Absolutely. That's what you want.
And that's what I like about paranormal. That's why I do write-ups. And if one person goes, I got that, you think, wow. And it just really helps. So Barry says hi.
Hi, Barry. Oh, Barry, it's been such a long time.
Oh. So hopefully I'll see Barry at the weekend, because it's a para-meet.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully looking forward to that. Carl likes being alone in haunted locations, seen many run out of places on lone vigils. I never would. I'm sure I would.
No, I'm not brave. Hi, Kate.
You go to Old Court in Sleaford at any point?
No, unfortunately, the lady that's got the old courthouse now runs it as a gym, and she's absolutely petrified of the paranormal. And she said, under no circumstances can we ever go in and do anything like that, because it would scare her to death. So, and she's in there on her own a lot. So I completely respect that and understand why she doesn't want us to go in now.
Yeah, so I do get that. It's a shame though, isn't it? When you do lose a place. My house isn't necessarily haunted, but there's some weird stuff happening. Interesting.
William, actually, it's funny. My house definitely isn't haunted, but I've had the odd weird experience. Usually when my partner doesn't like anything paranormal, he just doesn't like it.
Yeah.
So we've always had an agreement. We'll never do anything spooky in the house, because it's not fair. He lives here as well. But it's really strange when he's not here. We get the odd bits of things going on that you think, and I think it's people visiting me that don't come when he's here because they know it might upset him.
Oh wow, that's awesome. But Spirit are amazing though, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
They do know things. When I go to Haunted Antiques now, when I'm hosting, the people who come along, very often when we go in the seance room, their family members are there.
Yeah, we get that a lot of investigations too, Yeah,
and it is lovely, and it's just one particular room, and we don't get any sort of the resident spirits there generally now.
Yeah.
And it just seems like people just booked on for the last minute, or somebody booked for them, or it's really
like it's meant to be.
Yeah, they're just kind of led to go, and then it looks like the relatives are just waiting for them. And
it's so nice though, isn't it?
Yeah, and oh dear, sometimes like people get really upset by it as well. It's like, oh wow,
I know, it's horrible, isn't it? Sorry, my dog keeps licking my hand. I keep looking down because the dog's licking my hand.
Oh bless you. But to get messages from loved ones, it is amazing, isn't it? And if I get a bit of information as well, it is lovely what they can take.
Absolutely, yeah, it is.
Oh, so Lorraine said, "Did you hear the disembodied voice we caught in the doll's room at Haunted Antiques?" I think I missed
Oh,
that. I need to catch that. I've been away from things for a bit. I've not been catching up on what things at the moment. But yeah, so I
we
need
were
to.
we were at the Haunted Antiques a couple of weeks ago, and I think it was the most active night we've ever had there.
Yeah, it's ramped up.
Yeah, really, it was really good, really good. Like, and we had the most amazing. What we had the Estes method going with somebody on
Yeah.
the board, and then an app running as well, and it was all correlating with each other.
Oh, that's the way we do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was really good.
when we host, we go in the attic, and it's usually it can be Estes, it can be an app running, or we
Yeah,
can do the board as well. So yeah, you got everything there, haven't you? You know, just
absolutely.
everything.
Yeah.
What app do you use?
It wasn't mine. It was Richard, one of our team members. I think it was Necrophonic he was using.
All right, yeah, okay, yeah, because that
But
is
he
a popular
sometimes
one.
uses. I think he was using Ghost Tube at one point as well. You know, with the voice,
Yeah,
like the random voice word
yeah,
generator thingy bob.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because Spirit Talker's getting quite popular. I've used that a few times and had some direct
That wasn't
hits
that.
as well.
Isn't Spirit Talker the one that was made by the two guys that go
Two
out?
guys, yeah.
They've got a YouTube, haven't they?
Yeah.
David and David's the older guy. Oh, Haunted Finders.
Yeah, that's the one. I've just got
Yeah.
it up as we speak. Let's see what
Yeah.
the first word is, just for a laugh.
Yeah, go on then.
Come on, what's the first word of the day for us? See how relevant it is, but you don't investigate like this at all. But yeah, Lorraine says it just gets better and better.
It does, yeah.
But I love the place. That's why I go so often. And yeah, there's no ghosts in my house. It's gone quiet, so it's all good.
Another place that we did last year that was really, really good was I think they've just changed the name of it. It was the Haunted Museum in Nottingham, but
Yes.
I think they've changed it to the Museum of Curiosities or something like that now.
Yeah, it's moved location. So originally,
Yeah, well, we went to the new location, which is
yeah.
next to the Irish Bar.
Yeah, that's it. I've been there.
It was amazing. The piano played, which came from Mansfield, didn't it?
Yes, it came from.
It was the old airsoft place. Oh, what's it called?
I know
the village at Mansfield. Yeah. Which we've investigated that. That was a good place. But yeah, and the piano, actually, we were upstairs and Viv and Dan were downstairs in the room with the pet cemetery bit.
Yes.
And they heard it with their ear. They heard the piano and Viv caught it on camera.
That's fantastic, because the person who looks after the place, they just go in a back room somewhere. They're totally, I don't know.
There was a lady in the flat right above. Yeah. That was it. There was nobody else there. We just got the keys.
Yeah, that's right.
We all saw a weird shadow thing creeping across the ceiling in the actual shop bit downstairs.
Oh, interesting.
But what was amazing was when we were in the Exorcist room, funnily enough.
Yeah.
2 REM pods, the K2, and everything, cat balls, a lot, all just started going off all together.
Yeah.
And we heard movement on the stairs and what sounded like a growl, because there's a little staircase that leads into that room. And it was that. I must admit, I was a little bit on edge at that point, because for something to set off that much equipment and make a physical sound all at the same time is quite powerful.
Yeah.
And of course, in that room, you've got, I know they've got a model of Reagan in the bed, but that bed genuinely was used in a week-long exorcism of a man. And then in the case next to it, they've got a kit that was used to do an actual exorcism. So it does make you puts you a little bit on edge.
That just seemed to be the most active room that we were in.
Right.
That one, yeah. I like that room. But we sort of couldn't take any photos of videos, so it kind of was a bit.
Oh, really? We were allowed to do whatever we wanted. I was streaming.
Really? I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I just kind of didn't have any photos, so I couldn't really do write-ups. So I didn't really write about it. It's a bit of a shame because, whatever.
It is a shame when it's so active as well.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, it's wonderful, and obviously you've got the Nottingham Caves, what they've dug out into as well,
Yeah, of
which
course,
is
yeah. We
awesome.
didn't get anything down there though.
No, I didn't. No, but it was nice.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's really
Yeah,
interesting, and
it's
definitely
interesting.
it's worth the visit. If you're visiting Nottingham, go and have a look in the museum itself because it is really good.
Well, yeah, definitely, and there's sort of new items going in all the time, aren't there?
Yeah, there is. That's right. Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, it's definitely interesting, and it is forever changing as well. But yeah, and I went to that weird shop. That's a
Ah,
interesting
we're booked in
location.
that. We're going to that. We're going to that weird shop this year. We were laughing about this the other day because somebody said, "Where's that one we're going in Nottingham?" And they said you've put that weird shop. I'm like, yeah. They're
Yeah,
like, but what's it
yeah,
called? I'm like, it's called that weird
it
shop.
is. Yeah, yeah, but I've been twice now, and oh wow, it's been incredible.
It's good, is it?
Yeah, so when you said about all the K2s and everything going off at one stage, we were in sort of the the bottom room, so underneath sort of the level of the street, and it was carnage. So it's got these like three, it's like fairground rides. You walk past them and they go off, and
Yeah,
lights, sound, and everything. Well, we were all stationary, nothing happened. Just calling out. We did an energy circle for starters, so that usually causes
yeah,
something.
yeah. Of course it does.
And
Yeah,
then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose. So three of these things activated: sounds, lights, cat ball flashing, the lot, and it just
brilliant.
we got a couple of screams, and yeah, and then we sort of
Oh,
said,
oh, I'm looking forward to
"Oh,
that then.
it is incredible." Yeah,
We, we're going
interesting
to.
to
I
see what
don't know. Have you
it
been
finds
to
out.
Redoubt Fort?
No, it's too
No.
far. Have you
Yeah,
been?
we're going the weekend after next. We've booked to stay over the night though because it's too far to drive back.
Well, this is it because I've got my dog, so I'm
Yeah,
kind of restricted. So
but no,
if
I'm
we do go
excited.
anywhere, I've got to make
That's
a big
another new
effort.
one for me. So I'm excited for that.
Oh, yeah, I know. I want to do some on the south coast. Um,
Yeah,
you know, this is it. I don't get that far, which is a shame. It's just so many fantastic locations, aren't there, down there?
yeah, there are.
Um, yeah, it's brilliant. So, have you had any really scary moments then,
Um,
apart from kind of what you've sort of said?
yeah. Well, okay. This is really going to be an awkward story because the building that I'm going to tell you about is now a private residence.
Oh,
So
okay.
and we were the only people to ever go and investigate, and the only
Oh,
reason we got
wow.
the opportunity is because one of our team members was a friend of the owner,
Cool.
and this place used to be a pub,
Okay.
and it was used by Francis Dashwood and the Hellfire Club, and we were only in there for about half an hour, and I left, and I pulled my whole team out. We felt like we were being, I've got goose pimples now just talking. We
Wow.
felt like we were being circled. Everything just went really, really dark. And we all saw a really tall figure stood in the door, blocking the doorway.
Oh
Like
my
it
gosh.
was almost like they weren't going to let us out. All the men in the group started to get a little bit angry and aggressive.
Oh my God.
And all of us women felt very vulnerable. And of course, it was a
Yeah.
gentleman's club, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
of
It
course
was.
it was.
And what happened, it wasn't too bad when we arrived. We looked around and there's a cellar, and on the walls of the cellar are all weird symbols drawn on the wall, well, carved into the walls, and there's drainage holes in the cellar. And there was part of the cellar that was bricked off as well. So we don't know what went on down there. The main room where they had their meetings used to have busks all around it of every member of the Hellfire Club.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
during the First World War, I think somebody shot them down, but they'd already taken Dashwood's away and hidden it in the building, and we found it between the floorboards. We actually found it, which was like amazing.
Incredible. Wow.
But yeah, so when we went into the main room where they used to do their meetings, I started telling everybody, because some of our group didn't know who Dashwood was, who the Hellfire Club was. So I started telling everybody all the history behind it and who they were, and that I thought they were not very nice people, to be polite. And that's when it all kicked off. and they wanted us out, and they were going to get us out. Anyway, slowly, I was like, right, I've had enough. Let's leave.
Yeah.
And I was the last one to leave because I always make sure I like no, everybody's out and I can lock up, And my friend was in front of me as we were walking out, and I heard a man. Well, we both heard it as clear as anything. A man's voice say, "And don't come back."
Wow.
As we walked out, and I drive past this building quite regularly. And I always say that's one place I would never go back into. And I feel very, very, it's been made now into 2 beautiful houses. It's stunning.
Yeah.
But I would hate to live there. And I'm pretty sure the people that live there probably have no clue what went on in that building.
Wow. Well, that's right, isn't it?
Really exciting, that is. But yeah, it was, that was my scariest. That's the only place I definitely would never go back to.
Wow, it is unbelievable though. You go into these places, you think the houses, you think the shops, you think the pubs. What happens in a pub? You have a few drinks. I went to this school right near Melton Mowbray. What happens? Oh, just a few kids. Nah, we got some sort of, something of the earth, like a warlock type creature coming through. Wow. Oh my gosh, he made us ill for a week.
I always think as well, you go to certain places and it seems to have a really nasty energy, and it makes no sense for what the building is. And I often wonder, especially more abandoned places, is it what people have done there? Do you know what I mean? Like teenagers going in and messing around with a Ouija board.
That's right.
I've got nothing against Ouija boards. I use them myself. Yeah. But some people should not be using them. And they're joking around and they're trying to summon up things that they don't know what the hell they're doing, then walking away and leaving them there.
And it's their attitude as well. Like if they're being disrespectful, trying to cause issues, and then, it can be there waiting for the next person, can't it?
Yeah.
But you just, but you don't know what the land was and this is it.
No, exactly. It could be pre the building, couldn't it? It could definitely be the land rather than the building.
So many reasons what it could be, and oh god,
I'm going to apologise for the rustling and the tapping going on in the background. All my children have just come home.
Oh bless you.
So they're all kind of like scuffling around the kitchen, getting ice poles and drinks and things.
Wondering what's going on, but yeah.
I did tell them to stay out of the kitchen for an hour, but
Oh no, if you need it, if you want to drink
it's the school holidays, isn't it?
Oh gosh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course it is. I lose track of that now, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like
it is.
Seems like you've been to some fascinating locations, his Carl.
Yeah. We've been...
Oh, new build. So yeah.
That's interesting as well, because there's an estate in my town, and my sister used to live there actually when it was first done, and several people from that estate have asked me to go around and find out what's going on.
Wow.
But it's near McDonald's, so when they built the McDonald's, they found Roman artifacts.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's Roman. I think it's more Saxon. I think the McDonald's bit was Roman, but I think where this estate is, it's more Saxon.
Yeah. See, this is it. We don't know what's underneath the ground, and
no, exactly.
Like somewhere like Rutland, I think in a field they found an old Roman villa, and you just don't have a clue, do you? And I found out my house is on a Saxon graveyard, apparently, which is cool.
Oh, that's exciting! Did you floor up, Jacqueline?
Like it to come through, just dig around the garden, see if there's anything there. But yeah,
get yourself a metal detector.
That's true. But you just never know, do you?
No, of course you don't. Exactly.
This is why I love it. Because you can't predict anything, can you?
No, exactly. So, yeah, it's exciting stuff.
So you've got like great energy yourself, and I guess your team, you've known them for a while. Do you kind of find something generally happens when you go somewhere?
Well, it's funny, if it's quiet and not a lot's happening, we'll obviously do like an energy circle and things like that.
Energy circle, I love it.
If that doesn't work, we then resort to ignoring the spirits and just having a laugh and a joke. And it's usually at that point they go, oh, hang on a minute, you've asked me to speak to you and now you're ignoring me. But obviously, because we are a bubbly group, we like a good laugh.
Yeah, that's right.
And I honestly believe laughter is the biggest energy builder.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
while we're having a good laugh, and that is boosting that energy for the spirit to feed off, and come through. But
yeah,
we always say anyway, do you know what? When we go out as a group, it doesn't matter if we don't get anything, because we always go home having had a really good night and a good laugh with a
yeah.
group of like-minded people. So any evidence or activity is a bonus.
That's
We
right.
just it's more a social thing these days, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
way
wonderful, isn't it?
it is. Yeah, and I've met some of my greatest friends through the community, and
Yeah,
including yourself. I mean, I
yeah.
consider you a friend, and
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
you do it. You grow your own little paranormal family, don't
Oh
you?
my gosh, yeah, that's it. I just
It's
can't believe it
lovely.
took me so long to ask you. Okay, I
Oh
do
no,
see your
don't be
stuff, and
daft.
I do see your lives. I do share them. I think, oh no, why not? And like, yeah. So it is finally good to speak to you, and yeah, we've got great memories of Skegness, haven't we? And
Yeah, and
wow,
the weekend we did with Brian, and we went to the Derby Jail for afternoon tea.
that was
Brilliant
special, wasn't
weekend.
it?
It
Yeah,
was so good, wasn't it?
that was fantastic. Well, the whole
That's
thing.
another great venue, though. The Galleries of Justice in Nottingham.
Oh, I know. I've
Such
got an
a great
issue
place.
there. I've got an issue with past life and the judge there.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I walked back, I got like quite rather overshadowed, in the room. So there's a room there where the ladies give birth, the prisoners. So
Yes,
there's
that's
a
right.
room
Yeah.
there, there's a bed, and whenever I go in there, it does go a bit mad generally if it doesn't go mad in the courtroom. So I went in there, and then something got too close. So I managed to walk all the way up some steps, and it's quite a way to the bedroom. I was like a drunk person, like walking step by step up there, and I
Yeah,
got up to the
when
bedroom.
I saw you that
Yeah, you
evening
saw
when you were
it.
like that, and I think Viv took you outside to try and
Viv,
help you, didn't she?
yeah, Viv marched me outside. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Got
And
my
then when I saw
black
you, you were like, I was like, oh my god, is Jackie all right? Or what?
eyes. Yeah, I know. So you saw it. Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, he's part of my past life. He is. Yeah.
That's
So
really bizarre, isn't it?
yeah, I know. I've sort of solved it now. So yeah,
God,
I do go and visit him, and he comes back again, and he comes to visit me, and yeah, he gets too close, but yeah, yeah, it's just good to get something, isn't it?
of course it is,
Hey,
absolutely.
you're right. Yeah, we just love it, and yeah. But so you've got a few plans ahead. Then, do you ever go camping and trying it?
And funnily enough, one of my friends, Diane, that's sort of my right hand man with the Old Haunts Paranormal. We went camping a couple of years ago in Norfolk, and we had a couple of strangers who were
Oh,
sat having a
okay.
drink. Oh, we
Fine,
went then.
back, is it?
We're back. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had a couple of strange things that evening, and the only other time, I mean, we as a family go camping a lot.
Yeah.
As you know, we've got our trailer tent, and we do a bit of glamping as well. And the only other time I felt a bit on edge was last October. We went, when everywhere was flooded.
Oh, yeah.
We went off to Northumberland,
Getting
and
thoughtful.
we went to Northumberland, and we'd got a barn. We were camping in a barn. Beautiful. It was an Airbnb. It was stunning. Extremely windy. The doors all night were banging because of the wind, but it's an eco-friendly site, so there's composting toilets down the way. And I smoke, so if I went out for a cigarette, I wouldn't stand near the door with where the toilets are, like going down. It just felt like somebody was going to run at me. It was a horrible feeling. So I went round to the front of the barn, and I stood round there. And the next morning, when the owner was up and about, I said to her, Felicity, I said, this is going to sound really strange. I said, has anybody ever seen anything here? I mean, like a ghost or anything? And she went, no. She went, but these barns predate the house. They're really, really old. She said, but if you want to talk about ghosts, you need to speak to my husband, because he volunteers at Chillingham Castle.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was really, I didn't feel comfortable there at all. I didn't want to go out. When I was in the barn, I was completely fine, but to go out of that side door, I did not like it. Very peculiar.
That's fantastic. Hi, Mandy. Yeah, it's great when you sort of come across something you're not expecting, isn't it?
Yeah, because we were on our family holiday. It wasn't anything to do with the paranormal.
Yeah.
Although my youngest, that's just shut that door, I'm sure you heard it.
Yeah,
Another ice cold out the freezer. India is very, very interested. Currently 11, almost 12. So we've been a couple of places. I took her to Rossby Hospital, Temple Brewer, and I've now he's got his own little kit now. So yeah, but my other kids, my older two, petrified.
Yeah.
When my son was about 14, he showed a bit of interest. He's always been a bit of a scaredy cat. So myself and Diane took him to RAF Colby Grange, the old watchtower.
Right, okay.
Which is really hard to access now because the council have bought car parks that you used to get through, yeah. But we used to go, because that's literally 10 minutes from my house. So we'd go nearly every week there. And we built up a lovely rapport with a spirit there called Sergeant Jeffries.
Okay.
And we would go upstairs, and it was such a lovely feeling with him. I would be able to shout, Sergeant Jeffries, if you're here, can we hear your boots? And you would hear his boots.
Oh my gosh.
And we've got, it's all, I mean, if you can be bothered to go back through all my videos on Facebook, it's there somewhere. But when it was broad daylight, so there's myself, my son, and my friend Diane, and I told Kane, I was like, you'll be able to hear his boots. And he's like, oh yeah, brilliant. We get in there, and I went, Sergeant Jeffries, let me hear you. And he went, no mum, don't do it, don't say it. He was
oh wow.
He was like, don't mum, I don't want to hear his boots,
So does he come with you anymore or not?
No, he's never been again, and he does not like it at all. He was scared him to death, and nothing happened. It was broad daylight on a sunny day.
Oh, bless you. I don't know. Oh, broad daylight. Wow. That's amazing as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I found we get more there in the day than at night, actually.
Okay. That's
and I find that with Rossby Hospital as well.
Brilliant.
Get more activity during the day than at night time.
Just sharing it out again. Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? It can be any time, isn't it? It's just
if you think about it, you know, if you go to a nightclub, yes, it's probably going to be more active at night.
Yeah,
if you go to a shop that was open 9 till 5, it's probably going to be more active during the 9 till 5 hours.
Yeah.
You don't have to be in pitch black or anything like that.
No, that's it. It's just like, I'm not saying it's a gimmick, but it's just handy, isn't it? You know, let's turn the lights off.
It makes for good viewing if it's dark.
Right.
And it also, I mean, it in a way, it helps us a little bit because it deprives our senses a little bit, so we can, you know, hear better, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's
you're more. Your senses are heightened, so that you're more aware of things like that. But and I also think as well, if you're a little bit scared, that creates an energy in itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's still of course, yeah.
So,
anything like it's emotion, isn't it? You know, and like if you're just sitting there bored, not showing anything, nothing's going to happen. If you're like excited or angry or something, then
exactly,
you're potentially going to get something, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's just so fascinating. So are there any place in the States that you fancy going? Have you been? Would you go?
So say that again, sorry.
Anywhere in the US or?
Oh, the US. I'd love to go to Alcatraz.
Oh my God, yeah.
That would be amazing.
That'd be brilliant, definitely.
Oh, there's so many places to list out there.
Yeah.
You know, but then they say the same about us. They absolutely love because of we've got a longer history, haven't we? So they like the fact that they want to come to all of our castles. I am going to Romania in November, and I'm visiting Bran Castle.
Yeah, I was supposed to, like I said last year to my mate, I said, let's book Romania for November because that's my birthday.
It's so cheap as well. It's so cheap.
It's £269, isn't it? Something like that. And it's just insane, an insane price.
And last year I went out to get yourself a passport. The world's your oyster.
Yeah.
Last year, I went out to New York with my friends,
Oh,
and
incredible.
I spoke to Brian J. Cano before I went and told him, because he said if
Oh,
I really come, let me know. And we've remained friends. We chat and stuff. And he said, "Oh yeah, let me know when you're out." So I did. I told him, and he was like, "Oh, the traffic was so heavy. It was really busy when we were there." He was like, "It will take me ages to get into Manhattan." I was like, "Don't worry. Next time you're in the UK, let us know." Anyway, the next day, Calvin and I got the ferry across to Staten Island.
oh my gosh!
And
Wow.
that night, Brian texted me, giving me a right telling off. "I live on Staten Island. If you'd have told me you were coming over, we'd have met. We could have had lunch, and I could have shown you loads of really cool places." So I was like,
Oh my gosh! That's
yeah. So it was just that
oh
I didn't know that's where he lived. I knew he lived somewhere in New York, which is huge,
yeah.
obviously. But
Well, yeah.
yeah,
Oh my
I didn't
god.
realise he was on Staten Island, and we literally got the ferry across to Staten Island for the afternoon. We could have met up with him.
But I
Yeah.
think the thing he's an amazing guy. And what I found out, like, to be in the Nottingham city centre and get your drone out.
Oh, that was funny, wasn't it?
And it just made me laugh. So there you are in the centre of Nottingham at the National Justice Museum. And then we were all sitting on steps and I did a live feed. So I
Oh,
walked
did you?
by it and I was just doing a live feed and there he was with this little drone, and taking photos of the place and stuff, which is like, yeah.
I tell you what was very. Were you at Ashmore Prison with us as well?
Yeah,
That
oh
week?
my god, that was
That
cool.
experiment he did, where we all had to think of that word and then it
Yeah.
come through. That
Yeah.
was compelling. We've tried it again since as a team, and it's worked.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. It is a manifestation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Created by humans.
The kind
So
yeah,
that
the
leads me to
kind
think then, is all the spirit activity we're getting actually from spirits, or is it something we're manifesting ourselves because we want it so bad?
yeah, that's right.
It could be, couldn't it?
Yeah, we don't know what we're talking to. We want
No,
something to
exactly.
happen, so why is it happening? Are we causing it? Is it our ancestors? Like I kind of believe that certain things work with me because my dad likes cat balls. He
Right,
does.
yeah, yeah.
He likes cat balls. So I
Oh,
think,
well, we know who doesn't like them, don't we?
yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah, leave that one there.
Yeah, we'll just part that one. You know what? I've managed 42 minutes without taking any mention of or taking the mic or but we
Oh,
like
sorry, I've ruined it. I've ruined your streak.
we love our kitty balls. It's just
Yeah, I like mine as well.
it's an
Well.
ongoing joke, to be fair, isn't it? Always someone.
Yeah. The thing is, with that particular person, it doesn't matter what we do, it's going to be wrong.
But we enjoy it, and if it's wrong to meet like-minded people and have a laugh, and I'm chatting to you, I met you,
and at the end of the day, do you know what, Jacqueline? If it is all a load of bumps and we're all a bit bonkers, does it matter? We're not harming a single person.
We're not.
So let the negative Nancy's crack on.
Definitely. But also, we are helping these venues and these locations.
Keep going.
We're giving them some money on a maybe Friday, Saturday night, which just helps them to continue and helps on the upkeep of the building.
Especially, I mean, let's not forget, it wasn't that long ago they were all closed because of COVID.
That's right.
So, they're still recovering from that. So it's giving them a bit of an extra boost as well. It's when they normally would be closed, but they've got an extra income coming in.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And hopefully there's some talks about something, somewhere local. But yeah, I'll just wait for the phone call. We'll sort that out. But yeah, it will be. Somebody contacted me about the paranormal side of things, so locations. So we'll see what happens there.
Brilliant. Exciting.
I've got to renew my insurance now. I need to sort that one out. So I've had that for second time I've renewed it. So yeah, got Robin Hood coming up. You've been there as well.
I love that place.
Yeah.
Love the owner as well, Adam. He's such a nice guy.
He's so wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, we were there last month.
Yeah.
And again, it was funny. I know I said Hinckley was really active last time, but that was the same. The last time with the Robin Hood, we got so much I don't know. I don't know if there's something going on at the moment, or we've got the perfect team. I don't know what it is, but the last couple of places we've been have been return places that we've been to lots of times, but we've got more activity. Or is it that the more you go, the more you're going to get because the spirits are getting used to you? And I don't know. I don't know. It could be loads of things.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
It really is.
Like that's linked to 2 past lives with me.
Right.
Randomly, my
Oh,
first
it's all
one.
Nottingham then. Well, it's all the same area, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So the judge from the National Justice Museum lived in there in 1800s.
No.
Yeah, so it's
That's
all mad. Yeah,
interesting.
so I kind of met him there. I met him at the salutation and the trip, and then at the galleries. And the last time,
Wow.
a couple of times ago, I was at the galleries. I asked the same 5 questions there, what I'd asked previously. Somebody else was doing the human pendulum. They answered and got the same answers then as I got like about 4 or 5 years previously. And it's weird how I
Really
remember the questions
interesting.
and the answers from that time.
Yeah.
And he even says, "Oh, do you live at the place near the castle, what we call that?" And it's like, yeah. It's like, whoa, and
Yeah, that's fascinating.
it is fascinating, isn't it?
But again, does it leaves you with more questions and answers, doesn't it? It
Well,
makes you want to delve even deeper into it. And
I've sorted it. I've sorted my past life out. It was once I sorted it, that was it. It was kind of hanging over me, and like a few mediums at the time kept saying, "Oh, there's links with past life." I thought, "What are you on about?" Then years later, I had my first chance I had a communication one-on-one with the spirit, where I was getting things in my head, and I was asking, and someone doing their little pendulum, and that's the first time I had a direct communication. Was at the Robin Hood experience, and then it turned out that in a past life I actually worked for him. And then he actually, I thought, hung me in 1868 in the Galleries of Justice, but actually checked into the history, it didn't. And I couldn't work out what it was. And I was thrown down the oubliette.
Oh, wow.
In 1868, yeah.
Wow.
And that only came about because I was talking to the haunted historian, Mandy West. And she said, "Oh, I'm sure you've got links with the cave system, Nottingham." I thought, well, no, how? And then thought, oops, I know. And all of a sudden I realised, and that were it. I went all shivering, all feeling weird because you just knew.
Yeah.
And it's these wild things, you can't ever back them up, can you? But I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it?
Yeah. When you know, you know.
I know, and you ain't going to prove it. Who cares?
That's fine. You know, and that's fine.
Yeah, and the people around you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you can get the best evidence ever, but unless
there's always going to be somebody that goes, "Oh, you faked it," or "Yeah, of course I will."
Yeah, that's it. But if you get and there's people who moan about people who fake things on YouTube, well, don't watch them.
Exactly. There's a couple of YouTubers that I know fake it, but I find them entertaining, so I still watch them.
Yeah, that's right.
Purely for the entertainment, and also because sometimes they do really good locations, and it's nice to find out where they are, so I can try and book them after.
Yeah, that's it. And it's one way of finding out locations and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's just so fascinating, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I was so gutted. I was supposed to go to York Castle Museum last week.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Oh, I know. It's the anniversary of the death of Dick Turpin.
Oh, is it? Oh, I've been to Dick Turpin's grave in York.
Yeah, I've planned it. I was going to go to the grave and
and
then I was going there, and I was staying in the Black Swan, and
I've been in the Black Swan as well. Yeah.
I was going to stay there for 2 nights, and oh my god, it's just going to be an incredible weekend. But I've had to cancel, but luckily I've managed to rebook, so I am going to the Castle Museum in September. The same team.
Wonderful.
I'm staying in the hotel, but I've just got to sort out somewhere for the dog to stay, which that's the only thing that's booked up that weekend. So,
lovely.
Oh god, I know.
You'll get there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm just gutting. There must be some reason that I had to stay at home. I don't know, but you know, you kind of think everything happens for a reason. Why is that? You
Of course
know,
it does. Yeah, exactly.
I just don't want to be grounded any longer.
No, I know.
I
Yeah,
need to get out so desperately, but we'll see. Yeah, you know.
it's been a rough time as well with the weather and everything. I think we all feel a bit.
Yeah.
We all want to get back out, don't we? Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's raining now. I can hear it. I thought,
Oh no,
what?
it's not raining here yet, but it's coming.
Yeah,
I've grabbed my washing in quick.
it's hammering on the window. I think, where's it come from? You know,
Right,
why? You know,
no,
like every single night you keep hearing it, don't you?
no, yeah,
It's just
yeah,
madness. And yeah,
yeah.
you just want freedom. You want camping. You want to go to
Yes,
camping.
absolutely. Get back out there.
Just, you
Absolutely.
know, at least we're getting a bit
Yeah,
warm weather, and that makes a big difference, doesn't it? Putting
yeah.
together a film, the Dick Turpin link to Bolton. Ah,
Oh,
interesting. Yeah,
oh, yeah, that will be interesting.
yeah. But Carl actually did a little film for my page as well, so it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's have a look.
so he's got a few stories as Carl. But yeah, I'll be meeting you in June hopefully. But yeah, you know, I met Carl through this as well.
Yeah,
You know,
it's I think we have. I know a lot of people go, oh, there is no para unity. There is. We're proof of that. We've got a
yeah, that's
lovely,
right.
I've met some amazing people which I keep in contact with regularly, like yourself, like Barry Frankish and
Yeah,
Gary and Sharon and Viv and Dan, and we have built up a lovely community. It's just
that's
you always get
right.
a sour egg in each thing that throws it off.
Is it
And
because they just don't fit in somehow? You know,
no, that's right. And do you know what?
it's
That's
really
fine.
easy to fit in. You know what I mean? You just go along, you have
Yeah,
a laugh, and you respect
yeah.
people. And people are different. You can have a discussion, fair enough. But just
And we
show
don't all
respect.
have to agree, and we don't all
No,
have to
that's
believe in the
right.
same things. I mean,
Yeah,
I've got team members in my group. One of my best friends that's a team member in my group is pretty much a skeptic.
yeah,
But
that's good.
that makes it a good group because you've got
That's
balance
right.
then
It's
of people.
rounded.
But
Yeah,
we'll have a heated discussion, and I'll go, how can you tell me that's not paranormal? And she'll go, I'm telling you that's not paranormal. And I'm like, right, okay, we'll agree to disagree then, and that's that,
yeah,
and that's
that's
fine.
right.
You
Yeah,
don't have to be nasty or no.
yeah. You see, I probably debunk too much. You know, to the nth degree. You know, like for instance, Hudson Antiques. So something happened where a table fell over at the weekend on its own. So this table fell. One person was downstairs, and you could hear it on a live feed. Okay. Now the week before, I was hosting, so Amanda was there with a few guests in the dolls' room with the round metal table. She walked out. Then I was in the war room next door, and I walked in, and the table had fallen over. And I just thought, well, something
What, in the
happened
war
there.
room?
No, in the dolls'
Oh,
room.
right.
Well, but now, like a week later, another table is fallen over in there.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of blame, well, did somebody do it? You know, I can't class it as paranormal because
Yeah.
maybe somebody did it. But actually, it's a bit of a weird coincidence. Twice in 2 weeks, there's a fallen table. I got a photo of it. I put it, you know. And
It's not just tables in that place, though, is it? There's been a couple of mirrors that have gone.
Oh, yeah, that was a weird one, and that was
Yeah.
that came to my house. That did.
Oh, really?
At the time, paranormal investigators went in and they did a 2-hour live, and that was my live on the Friday, and something was mapped coming out the mirror at that time, and then it was hanging round and really strong, and I think it came to my house as well on and off after that week, and I think that's what lifted that mirror.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it's just really, and it
Yeah.
did a few times. It came to my house, and it was strong. It really was. Oh, I don't know this one. Do you know? What do you think about the guy on TikTok with Winston the Poltergeist?
Oh, Kate. It's my friend Kate that's asking this. I think it's a load of bollocks, Kate. I'm sorry to say. I've looked. Sorry for swearing there, Jacqueline.
I think I have seen something.
Yeah, no, I don't believe it for one. I think No, I just can't believe it. I think it's definitely staged. I watch a lot of debunkers on
Yeah.
YouTube, which is brilliant because it tells me given me a big insight into how a lot of my equipment works, and
Awesome.
that certain things can be disregarded, which I want. I want that. I don't want to have fake evidence, or not fake evidence, but evidence that's misleading because I believe it. I want it to be scientifically proven. Of course we do.
Yeah,
But no,
that's
I just
right.
don't believe about that Winston the poltergeist, I'm afraid.
Oh wow. Yeah. I think I did see something. It was a bit random, to be fair. I'm just like looking. I've just got a book arrived today. I thought I'd better show everybody because this has arrived. Oh, make sure I get it the right way round. Look what I've got.
Oh, I've not got my reading glasses on.
Telephone calls from the dead.
Oh, yes. Cal's
Yay!
book,
Cal's
yes.
book, and if you get one off Cal, look,
Yeah, he signs it. I need to order a copy.
it's drawn
Oh,
in pictures.
that's... Is
Oh
that
my god!
Nessie?
It's a phone. It's a phone and kiosk.
Oh,
So
I've not got my glasses on. I've not got my reading glasses on. Sorry.
telephone calls from the dead. So yeah, so
I love that.
that arrived today. So I can't wait to read it. And yeah, so Dr. Cal Cooper. So I think this is the second lot of printing of this version. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. So yeah. So have you got any books? Do you buy books from?
Yeah, I've got Barry Frankish's book.
Yeah.
I've got Tom Warrington's, and I've got Neil Packer's book as well.
Yeah.
None of which have been bloody signed, and they're all personal friends of mine, so there's something wrong there.
Oh God, I don't know if Neil's was signed up. I don't know, to be fair. Yeah.
To be fair, though, whenever I see them, I'd forget to take the book to be signed.
Oh yeah.
So I will let them off.
Yeah. No, that's it. I just support friends, and then
absolutely, yeah. Even if I mean, I've got a couple of friends not in the paranormal field that have written books. One's writes children's books, and I still buy them just to support him, even though obviously my kids are too old for those books now. But you do, don't you? You do it to support each other, and
yeah, it's awesome. But you learn things about people as well.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
The thing is, like, you might see people, you investigate, but you never get a chance to talk to them, do you?
No.
No, like most of the time, you don't even know what they do for a living.
No, that's right. Literally.
Paranormal world.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about
it. It's like a whole different universe, isn't it? It's like we're living in a little bubble.
Well, that's it. Like, you've got your normal 9 till 5 or whatever, and like that, you just chuck away, and then you've got, whoa, the big world outside.
It's our hobby, isn't it? That's what it is. The paranormal investigations is our hobby. And our passion.
Do you just call it a hobby then, or is it just
no, and a passion?
A passion.
Yeah.
A
social gathering, and
it just take over though, doesn't it? Because I joined. I'm a treasurer of the theatre company as well. I'm into dramatics, and like when I first.
Oh yes, I know about that. Yeah,
people sort of said, "Oh no, you're doing too much. You've changed, whatever, and." Yeah, it's just good fun, isn't it? Different friends.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Went out with theatre group at the weekend because I couldn't do paranormal because it's his birthday, so it's good,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice. Yeah, that's weird. There we go. An addiction.
It is an addiction. That is exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because from the first minute you start, like, if you really get into it, it costs you no end of money, no end of mileage.
Oh God, yeah, ridiculous.
2 hours at night as well. Is it really safe driving from a dodgy location, the village in the middle of nowhere, 2 a.m. in the morning?
Of course it's not. It's absolutely not. But we do it because we love it.
It's like once there's somebody on Facebook, and I didn't know he was a Facebook friend, and he sort of said, "Oh, I'd found his at Strelly," and I said, "Oh," he said he got a ticket. And then I don't know what happened. Something happened, and he blocked me and stuff randomly straight away. I know, but then he apologised, and I think we're friends again. But yeah, it was weird. But then I thought, well, I don't even know who he was with. It was a private. I thought, oh, it's a bit dodgy, going around
Yeah, that's it. It
Australia.
could be a bit dodgy, couldn't it?
But you do tend to trust people, don't you? And
Yeah,
you
you
know,
do. Yeah,
you give them more trust. But then you do get to know people quite well, don't you? I think,
yeah,
and you find that when you actually meet them, they are the same. Well,
yeah,
the decent
exactly.
ones are, and the others you just don't want to spend time with, or
No, exactly,
not going to waste your
exactly.
energy, are you? But yeah, but I want to thank you for the chat anyway. It's been absolutely awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh
It's
no,
been an
it's been
absolute pleasure.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just hope we can meet up sometime again.
We will, of course, we will.
Yeah, like we live quite a distance apart, but we do sort of our paths cross sometimes, don't they?
Yeah, they will. They will. I know they will. I know
Oh,
they will.
oh, definitely. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, but thanks so much. So it's Old Haunts Paranormal.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So check out Old Haunts Paranormal. I'll just type it in so you can see what the group are. So they're on Facebook. You do live streams as well.
We do. Yeah.
You do like the Estes method because I've seen you doing it.
Oh, I love it.
I'm trying to spell paranormal while I'm talking. But yeah, so I've just put that on there so it's gone out
Lovely.
all the 3 areas. But yeah, but
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. It's been amazing. Thanks for watching and thanks everyone for your comments.
Thank you,
Okay?
everybody.
Take care, look after yourself, and if you go
Thank
and do
you.
the Paramete or whatever you're doing at the weekend, safe journeys everyone and I hope to see you there. All right. Okay then, take care. Bye.
Bye.